The definition of compound sentences. Compound sentences are one of the four main sentence structures. They are made up of at least two independent clauses expressing closely related ideas of equal or similar importance that are joined using a comma and a conjunction, or just a semicolon. By using compound sentences, we can add variety of our writing and speech and avoid the repetitive sound of multiple simple sentences. So, a common definition of compound sentences is that at least two independent clauses expressing closely related ideas of equal or similar importance that are joined using a comma and conjunction or just a semicolon. Remember, independent clause is the one that can stand alone to express a complete thought. Determining when to form a compound sentence. As mentioned, compound sentences are formed by joining two independent clauses that are closely related and of equal or similar value. To determine if two clauses can be joined in a compound sentences, we can ask ourselves three simple questions. Question number 1. Does each clause contain a subject and a verb? Question number 2. Can each clause stand alone to express a complete thought? Question number 3. Are the two clauses closely related and of equal or similar importance? If the answer to each of the three questions above is yes, then we can form a compound sentence. Let's apply the three questions to an example. The example is, I like running. My sister is going to study in Sweden. Now, does each clause contain a subject and a verb? Yes. Can each clause stand alone to express a complete thought? Yes. Are the two clauses closely related and of equal or similar importance? No, they have nothing to do with one another. Because the answer to question 3 is no, the two clauses above cannot be joined as a compound sentence. Let's try another example. She wanted to play tennis. He wanted to play basketball. Now, does each clause contain a subject and a verb? Yes. Can each clause stand alone to express a complete thought? Yes. Are the two clauses closely related and of equal or similar importance? Yes. Since the answer to each of the three questions is yes, we can form a compound sentence. This can be done in several ways. For example, she wanted to play tennis, but he wanted to play basketball. Or, she wanted to play tennis, he wanted to play basketball. Or, she wanted to play tennis, however, he wanted to play basketball. Now, how to form a compound sentence? Once we have determined that two ideas can be joined to form a compound sentence, we have to decide how to join them. We have several options. We can use a coordinating conjunction, a correlative conjunction, a conjunctive adverb, or a semicolon. The first one is forming a compound sentence using a coordinating conjunction. There are 7 coordinating conjunctions in English, which can be remembered using the acronym FANBOYS: for, and, nor, but, or, yet, so. When we join 2 clauses in a compound sentence with a coordinating conjunction, we must choose the one that best fits the relationship that exists between the 2 clauses. For example, the family moved into the new house and the neighbors welcomed them warmly. That shows additional information. She wanted to play cricket, but he wanted to play basketball. That shows contrasting information. We can go to the movies tonight, or we can just hang out at home. That shows alternative choice or option. Punctuation note: when we use a coordinating conjunction to form a compound sentence, it is preceded by a comma, as in the previous example. Forming a compound sentence using a correlative conjunction. Correlative conjunctions are paired conjunctions or sets of conjunctions that are always used together. Since they come in pairs, with each conjunction preceding an independent clause, they can join a maximum of 2 independent clauses together. Some of the most common correlative conjunctions are either or, just as, so, neither nor, not but, not only but also, whether or. Again, the conjunction that we choose has to do with the close relationship between the 2 clauses. For example, neither does he need to go, nor does he want to go. The pair of neither nor negates both clauses. The second example is, just as baseball is loud in America, so cricket is loud in Pakistan. The pair of just as and so indicates that the clauses are similar. The third example is, either I will pack you up or you will get a ride home with your father. The pair of either or indicates 2 possible choices or outcome. Punctuation note: when we use correlative conjunctions, a comma precedes the conjunction that introduces the second independent clause, as in the previous examples. The third method is forming a compound sentence with a conjunctive adverb. Another common way to form a compound sentence is to use a conjunctive adverb. Some common conjunctive adverbs are accordingly, as a result, comparatively, in fact, moreover, nevertheless, nonetheless, on the other hand, otherwise. While coordinating conjunctions can be used to join words, phrases, or independent clauses, conjunctive adverbs can only be used to join independent clauses. Conjunctive adverbs are used to indicate a specific relationship between the 2 independent clauses. For example, Jane hadn't enjoyed the play. As a result, she didn't recommend it. Here, as a result, shows consequence. I absolutely love dancing. On the other hand, my sister hates it. Here, on the other hand, shows contrast. Being a doctor is an exhausting job. Moreover, you don't earn good money until you have been practicing for many years. Here, moreover, shows adding stronger information. Punctuation note. When we use a conjunctive adverb to form a compound sentence, it is preceded by a semicolon and followed by a comma, as shown in the previous examples. The last way to form a compound sentence is to use a semicolon. If the two independent clauses are very closely related and the reader has enough information to understand the relationship between them from the context alone, we can join the clauses using a semicolon without a conjunction. For example, she wanted to play tennis, semicolon, he wanted to play cricket. I made the cake, semicolon, my sister decorated it. We don't eat meat, semicolon, we are vegetarians. Common errors. The most common errors that occur with compound sentences are comma splices and run-on sentences. Now, comma splices. A comma splice occurs when we join two independent clauses with a comma. A comma is not strong enough to separate two independent clauses on its own. For example, she wanted to play tennis, comma, he wanted to play basketball. It's incorrect. Luckily, the mistake is easy to correct using any of the methods for forming compound sentences that we described earlier. For example, the correct way is she wanted to play tennis, semicolon, he wanted to play basketball. Second way to use it is she wanted to play tennis, comma, but he wanted to play basketball. A third correct way is she wanted to play tennis, semicolon, however, he wanted to play basketball. Now about run-on sentences. Run-on sentences can occur when we join two independent clauses without the correct punctuation or conjunction. For example, the incorrect way to say that I made the cake, however, my sister decorated it. Incorrect. It is, because it messes the proper punctuation. Again, we can correct the mistake by using any of the methods described earlier. The first correct way is that I made the cake, semicolon, however, my sister decorated it. Second correct way, I made the cake, semicolon, my sister decorated it. Third correct way, I made the cake, comma, and my sister decorated. Now, based on your learning from this video, kindly solve the quiz, which is consisted of 5 MCQs. You will find the correct option in the description of this video.